Hey guys, it's me, and I am going live, trying to work out all the kinks. I hope you guys are here. If you are, thumbs up in the comments. I'm trying to wait for a little bit more people to come on. Let me know if you guys are here. Red hearts if you can hear me. Red hearts if you can hear me. Let's see. Happy Mother's Day to whom all is here. Hey, hey Curtis, I am sorry that I'm late. For some reason, I've been having issues when it comes to going live, but or just my video just, being here. I've been having issues. So I am trying to get those kinks worked out. I just did like several readings and none of them came out the right way. So there you have it. So I'll wait for a couple more people to get in here and then we'll start. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Hey, Gypsy. Hey, Cara. Hey, Kara. Hey, Jay. Let's see who else is here. I see you, Curtis. Kara with the Kera. Curtis, Kara. Happy Mother's Day, Jay. Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies out there, everybody out there who knows what this thing is about, huh? All right, give me a second because now what I'm trying to do is come on and see you guys's um I'm trying to see you guys's info on here or the chat. So I had to kind of stand up in order to get it. So give me a minute. I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Sorry about that. It's 10 of you guys on here. Please like. Hey, Ivory. Please like the video. Like the video helps get my channel out there so everybody can see it. Hey, Linda. How are you? We're just going to go on and just do a general read. I'm not sure how I'm going to be on, how long I'm going to be on here. I have a couple of law assignments that I am supposedly needing to finish tonight, and it doesn't look like it. I don't feel like it. So we've been on here 3 minutes so far. All right, I'm cutting my TVs down, making sure I can see you guys and get everything going. So to start it off, I'm going to pull from the Ascendant Life Oracle deck. And again, you guys haven't come into my system yet, so give me a minute. But I'm going to pull from the Ascendant Life Oracle deck in order to get information to see where we are, see what we got going on. I really appreciate you guys. I apologize. I missed you guys. I haven't been on in a while when it comes to me doing everything that I need to. Yes, it is, Linda. Mercury retrograde. When I tell you, I have recorded so many videos for you guys and they just have not came through, and that's just it. And it's so hard for me to I get frustrated, and so that's when I know I need to take a step back and just, you guys are my day ones. You guys will come and be there when I'm there, but right now look at all that. All of these cards come out. So at the bottom of the deck we have fluidity. It says staying flexible and adaptable, keeping an open mind, going with the flow, and being teachable. So I know that this is a lesson for me. Again, look at that. It's a lesson for me. And then we have the Phoenix at the bottom of the deck. So that just lets you know that we are where we need to be at. Yes, it does think, Gypsy. We are where we need to be at. And time comes and it goes. And therefore, we can't do anything but just accept what it is and go from there. So you guys, give me a second. I'm just trying to get on here, but I'm going to go ahead and take these cards. We have ghosting. So somebody could be dealing with somebody that's ghosting, sudden disappearing act, cutting off all communication, feeling rejected. Hold on. Dealing with lack of closure. So that could be a situation that you guys are going through. Hold on one second. I'm fidgeting because I'm trying to get this together. But yes, that is where you are. We have toxicity, toxic situation / people. It's time to purge, having a toxic mindset, dead end relationships. So we are, ghosting those type of people. Well, is it ghosting, or is it us using our intuition to know what's causing us to feel this way? So that is where we are when it comes to this situation. I can see you. Hey, Katrina, happy Mother's Day. I can see you guys on here. Crystal Ball is here. We have Pink Diamond, and we have trial and error. So everything that we're experiencing is coming with trial and error. We just have to go from there, and everything will happen within the divine timing. But again, Phoenix is here. That just lets us know that we're here where we need to be. I hope you guys can hear me. Red hearts in the comment if you can, because there you have it. You know, I have anxiety for a bit, and then after that, everything flows the way it needs to. But I love you guys, and again, I miss you guys' energy, and you know, I hope it's the same here. But hold on, I can't see you guys' comments. Wait a minute. Hold on, you guys. Sorry about that. It's a lot. So I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. So now we're going to go ahead, guys, there. Whoa, you guys can't see my face. I'm kind of looking crazy today. I got plaits in my hair. Hold on one second, you guys. There we go. You guys see my office. There we go. All right, resuming. You guys see my plaits? I got plaits in my hair. I'm washing my hair, so sorry about that. I didn't mean to scare you guys. Can you hear me? Yellow hearts if you guys can hear me. Yellow hearts if you guys can hear me. Yellow hearts if you guys can see and hear me. Okay. Thank you, Curtis. Thank you, Peace. Hey, Jay. The unconventional. Good evening. All right. So there you go. We're in my office. I'm doing my homework. And I said, you know what? Thank you, Peace. I said, let me go ahead and get it together so I can come there. Thank you, Katrina. Now you can see me. You guys, I'm sorry you saw my plaits. My hair is in plaits. That's just the way I'm rocking tonight. So I'm trying to make sure. Okay, I got the yellow hearts. I'm on TikTok. Yes, I am on TikTok. Don't ask me how to go on there. That's too advanced for me right now. But yes, I am. I'm on TikTok. Peace, I am. All right. Hold on. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm not sorry, but you guys know what I mean. Okay, now let's get to getting. I'm here. Everybody can hear me. It's harmony, peace. That's beautiful. Harmony, peace. That is so beautiful. Okay, so now we have on the board here, on this desk here, ghosting, toxicity, crystal balls, pink diamond, trial and error, and divine timing. So the ghosting, like I said before, is sudden disappearing acts, cutting off all communication, feeling rejected, dealing with lack of closure, and then toxicity. Do I remember you? Not really. Sorry, peace. Toxicity, toxic situations, people. It's time to purge. Having a toxic mindset, dealing with dead end relationships. The crystal ball is your intuition. Event taking place in the future, inner knowledge, occult knowledge, and it says stepping into your spiritual power. And the pink diamond, a rare opportunity, finds one kind of a love. It says unique creative expressions, wealth, and prosperity. Hey, Black Lacquer, you caught me. Hey, Kay McLaughlin, and there you have it. So here we go. Let's go ahead and pull from the Lover's Journey deck. It says honoring the body, sacred sexuality, and healthy boundaries. So that's the start, and that's why we're here. We're learning to have, healthy boundaries when it comes to these people we call twin flames, and the people that we feel like we are attached to, but that could be family, friends, any kind of person, place, thing, or situation. We have to honor our body. As Cancers, we go through a lot when it comes to how we attach to people and how we have to mentally detach from people. And therefore, it's like it's hard for us to try to explain our love. Our love is different, but that comes with trial and error. That's using intuition, using knowledge to manifest change and looking at things from a different side. Again, when it comes to the twin flame energy and when it comes to how we do things, it's just like it's a little bit different. The song I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Nobody can tear. Yeah, because nothing compares to our love. So it says subtle soul pull. unconditional lure. And so it's just like, you know what? When it comes to this type of energy, we start to feel less than when this person cannot see why we do things, staying flexible, adapting, keeping an open mind, going with the flow, and being teachable. All we try to do is teach a person how we love, and in that situation, it's like we feel like they take advantage of us, because sometimes they do. There's energy takers, and there's people who just, are there just to see what it is. And our energy is being like pulled left and right, right and left. And we go back and forth, and we try to realize, get this person or place in person or situation or thing to realize that we have stuff that it didn't show up. Peace, I don't think you can put a picture in there. Careless actions, risky, irresponsible behavior, and flaky in love. So that's the energy that we've been dealing with. And so it comes with trial and error, but it also comes with you realizing that you're a pink diamond, that you're a crystal ball, using your intuition, and everything will happen within divine timing, And so that's where I'm like, here, throughout all of this Mercury retrograde, I have been frustrated with everything. I've never had every camera that I have not work. And so I said, you know what? I think my energy needs to be here on live with you guys, so I can talk to you guys and you guys can understand where I'm at, because again, within divine time, and things will always work out. That's why I always say to you guys, if this is not something that you want, don't ask for it. Send healing energy, and if it's meant, it'll come back to you guys, no matter where the situation is. And it's like unexpected meetings, a fate coming together, divine timing. So everything, again, twice, just to let divine timing will happen. It'll be at play when we get to the situation to where it's meant. But right now we need to realize who the phoenix is. We rise from the ashes, being offered a second chance, the end of despair. What was lost is being restored. And so that's just where we are. When you become of a particular age, you realize all the things that we let slip by, the things that we didn't say, the things that we didn't do, how we could have did things differently, and we beat ourselves up because, again, we love differently. And so that's just, yes, that's right, Black Lacquer. And that's just the thing. We have to learn how to deal with our emotions, but not be angry about it. Not be angry about the decisions that we made. And we just have to keep going. Sometimes it's not about finding your love. It's about, or finding a love life. It's about finding yourself, and so when it comes to you finding yourself, we keep repeating those same energies over and over and over again. And we get upset because guess what? The person that we love, we let them come back in our lives, and they never change, or they never heal the things that we know they need to, because we never really communicate in regards to what it is that we want. And if we do, this person may be arrogant. This person may have a lot of things that they got going on, and they don't know how to heal. And so that's where it comes to us figuring out how to protect our energy. So that's the reason why I'm sitting here. You guys, I'm trying to look at the comments, but I don't want to get distracted. But I see you guys. I'm reading them. 10 months before separating. Yeah, Curtis, you know what? Sometimes it could be up to 10 years. That's why you guys hear me calling out these years when it comes to the pentacles. A pentacle is equivalent to a year. It can take time. And then here's the thing, and this is what I was just trying to explain to you. If this person does not heal, but it all starts with you. It all starts with you, because you have to realize that you're different. You're different. You're a pink diamond. You have the intuition. You use your intuition, and we do things based on trial and error. But nothing compares to us. But when people's careless actions don't come with the we don't come with the healthy boundaries. People have careless actions. You see what I'm saying? And so that's when it comes to us keeping an open mind, going with the flow, and being teachable and learning the person. We try to love this person by learning who they really are, and learning and seeing, using our intuition, seeing directly through them. Queen of Cups energy. Be someone who makes everyone feel important. Look them through their eyes and make them feel understood. So at some point, they just don't understand how we can love them and understand and be patient with them until we're not. And that's where the hurt comes in, because we take that energy away from them, but we're not only taking it away from them. You would think that they feel a certain way when it comes to um us being out of their lives, or us removing our energy, but our energy just feels just as worse as theirs. Does that make sense? Acting like a stranger. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know you, man. So yeah, when we start removing our energy, these people start acting like strangers. They start to they start to act like, oh, okay, well, you're different. Yes, I am. Class act, respectable and gracious, because we try to do things and be respectful until they make us. It's like they push us to be something that we're not. They push us to be something that we're not, and then it's just like the boundaries, because they never were set. But we feel like, okay, well, I'm gonna give a perfect love to receive a perfect love, but you can't do that when it comes to having these, not putting boundaries in place, because our sexuality, the sacred sexuality, is us giving energy to people. Does that make sense? It's giving energy to the people, and therefore they turn around and it's like, okay, cancer is going to always be there. That might be true in some cases for 8, 9, 10 years, because see, the eighth year is when you start to figure out and look at things, and you go back and say, oh, okay, well, this eighth year called, I'm start working on myself, and to the cancers who are not to the cancers who are not at the eighth year, just know that if you don't take the time out for self-care, then you know what's going to happen. It'll be that back and forth, and just all of a sudden it becomes a new year. And so just like we're in the fifth month, we've been going through this back and forth and trying to heal for this time, and now we finally found something, that a substance, to where we feel gracious about listening to something else. Flower moon. It says divine feminine, right time, beauty, washing away sorrow, celebration, fun and fertile, healing, growth, manifestations of seeds planted. So when we start working on ourselves, then that's when it comes out. Now the divine feminine, you can be a masculine or a feminine, but what I see when it comes to divine feminine is knowing how to love somebody as a mother would love their child, and learning how to have that understanding. Because I can tell you right now that when it comes to a mother, and me just being a mother, period, you know, um, the understanding that we have for our children is the same understanding, kind of, that we have for people that we love. We give them chance after chance after chance, and then they turn around and mess it up. Fire element at the bottom of the deck. It says passion, sudden events, dramatic, instant attractions, assertiveness, fast, clearing, courage, and spontaneous, and then desire. So this is the thing. We go after our desires, and our desires come when it comes to love. That's when our desires come out, when it comes to love. And so that's why I say sometimes we're blinded. I sat on the couch. Ooh, peace. I don't know. Let's see. Are you my twin flame? What the? Your mom, the warden. What the hell is Peace talking about? Let's be authentic with boundaries. Hold on 1 second. I gotta go back and look at that. I gotta go back and see. Peace. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. There you have it. So anyway, Denise, Crystal's friends. I think you got the wrong person, baby. Lessons. So the lessons are here. It says seeing the big picture, learning important lessons in life, overcoming difficult lessons. So that's what we're learning. No man is your enemy, no man is your friend, every man is your teacher. And so in that same scenario, we're doing things with trial and error, but our heartbreak comes in the form of lessons, learning ways out, finding liberation, seeking liberation, finding a way out, and finding a way of dealing with this situation, because it's always toxic energy. It's the ghosting. It's you not honoring your body by not setting boundaries. Does that make sense? And then you have to get to this point to where you realize that you are the one all alone. So if we put this to where you see that you're the diamond, pressure busts pipes, but also pressure creates diamonds. And if you use your intuition and knows that divine timing is here, then you know that the careless actions of the past are something that can keep you going. So the phoenix, again, we rise from the ashes. If you know that you're a pink diamond and you know that you're able to rise from the ashes and you use your intuition, and then divine timing comes, the toxic energy will all fall to the wayside, because guess what? You're going to heal yourself, and therefore you're going to heal yourself, and therefore the other person, you send healing to them. You cannot make things happen for a person who does not want to make it happen. So you got to show them a better way. And that's by sometimes removing your energy and learning who you really are, learning that you're a diamond. You need creative expressions, wealth and prosperity, because we're always able to we're always able to manifest things, but not when we're in a messed up state of mind, and so that's where the careless actions come in at. And you have to realize, go back and know that nothing compares. You know how you see those people be like, this is what I'm used to. Well, the subtle soul pool is what we as cancers have. We have that subtle soul pool, and we have to learn to honor the body by having healthy boundaries. Does that make sense? And learning the lessons of life, and so that's just where we are when it comes to everything about us. And thank you guys for talking to each other in the comments. I can't really see, but there you have it. I can't really see them because they're starting to go fast. I tried not to put it on a delay this time, but they're going fast but slow at the same time, if that makes sense. So Orion is at the bottom of the day, mostly driven by the mind, here to learn how to love, prone to struggle with relationships. So that's the type of person you could be dealing with. Someone that's most driven by the mind, somebody who doesn't worry about the heart, here to learn how to love. You are here to teach this person how to love. That could be the twin flame energy, but that could be the energy of, it could be, karmic energy coming in to teach you a lesson. It just depends on what your story is. I don't know your story, but you're prone to struggle. This person is prone to struggle with relationships until they find somebody like you coming in and saying, okay, look, this is how I love. And I'm going to love you unconditionally, because I know that nothing can hold me down but the power of not setting boundaries, And so the toxic energy is always going to be there. But the lessons of you learning how to get through these energies and you learning how to set the boundaries, which is hard, like you will probably go through and be like, okay, I got to set this boundary for this person. And you say, okay, I'm say all this stuff. I'm gonna say all this stuff when it comes to how I want things to be. You play this out in your mind. You play this whole speech out in your mind, and then you turn around, and it's just like nothing comes out the way it needs to. And then it turns around, and they're like, acts like a stranger, because they act like they don't know how you love. They act like they don't know how you do things, and so that is where you are when it comes to this situation, if that makes sense. So I'm going to pull a couple of more cards. I'll pull from the Untold Truths of the Heart, and then we'll go through with the Who's deck. I just feel like a lot of the energies that's coming out, and they come out and they sound repetitive, but as cancers, the thing is that we do things and it becomes repetitive, but we beat ourselves up in that same process. So since we beat ourselves up, we turn around and it's just like, oh well, he changed a little, or he or she changed a little, or I noticed a change. Wait a minute. I was about to start singing Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, tied down, stuck, and captive. We're captive. We become captive of our imagination when it comes to us feeling trapped or us being loyal. We can be loyal to a core. Yeah, withdrawn. When we deal with somebody that's withdrawn, lonesome, and single, somebody that's always feeling like it's easier to be single, and so that is how we kind of play the things in our head. We get trapped in this thing called, oh, that's what I was going to tell you. I was about to sing Beauty and the Beast, Belle, it's like there's something sweet And always something, I don't know. I'm sorry. I know it when the music is on. I'm not going to sing it to y'all now that we live. But I'm just saying, like that whole thing, Beauty and the Beast story where Belle changed the beast, because it's like, well, she didn't shudder at my paw. I'm sorry, just to say that with the, analogies of that, because I know we all have watched the Beauty and the Beast. Does that make sense? And it's just like, and if we haven't, it goes to the fact that we have to figure out how to see how rare we are as a pink diamond. We're a rare find. And so when we start to get into that situation where we mirror the things that the people need to fix about themselves, they will start to mirror everything that we need to fix about ourselves and vice versa. So you'll teach them how to love. They'll teach you to be a little bit more stern when it comes to how you set the boundaries. They'll teach you red flags. They'll teach you the things that you need to know. But you got to understand, you got to do this with love, because it's going to be hard and nothing compares to you. So if you remember those things, that you're the phoenix, you're going to rise from everything. Everything happens with trial and error. That's heartbreak. That's seeking liberation. That's finding a way out. Those are trial and errors. Those people that you run into that teach you a lesson, the things that, you do when you're like, damn, I knew I shouldn't have did it this way. Those are the things that you have to understand when it comes to the people that come into your life. Now, if this is a twin flame, or if this is a soulmate, or somebody you feel like this, do your research and know what it is and know what you're talking about when you say twin flame, soulmate, and things like that. And it's just like, yeah, you got to use your intuition. The high priestess energy is using knowledge to, excuse me, that's the, I'm sorry, that's the magician energy. But yeah, fulfillment and spark, a renewal. So the high priestess energy is something that can only be understood through experience. You have to experience that, and you have to use your intuition. Those red flags that we totally ignore, we ignore red flags because it's just like, okay, but I seen something different, potential. Because we have this whole thing about potential when it comes to a person, and the fulfillments and the wishes that we have. It's like the wishes won't come true if you run into a person that is not, they don't know how to love, and then you have to have this renewal. So why keep going back and forth, in and out, back and forth, and arguing and trying to prove your worth to somebody if you already know that you're a diamond, and that you're a phoenix, and no matter what you go through, you don't want to keep bashing yourself. You just want to come back and heal and send healing energy to that person. We have Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn at the bottom of the day. So if you know what your fulfillments are, what the wishes that you want, you want your wishes to come true, and you got to have a renewal or some type of spark in order to have that renewal. The spark comes with the lessons, the heartbreak, the lessons that we all need to learn. That's what the spark comes in. That's where the spark comes in at, and that's when the renewal starts to happen. Now, as far as when you decide to come and when you decide to actually go after and try to heal yourself and change the situation or change the scenario, then it comes to a timing factor. Okay, you'll start one way. Yeah, 8 years, that's right. See, um he had 8 years to learn how to love, but guess what, how many years in that 8 years, how many times did you have this person come back? And that's what you got to ask yourself, like, okay. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I wouldn't be preaching if I didn't know it was hard. I know it's hard. And so the thing is, it's like the fulfillment comes when you realize who you are and know that you have to have those conversations that are hurtful to have. Yeah, because see, a friend is kind and respectful to you, somebody who laughs with you and comforts you when you cry. Have you gotten that whole loving piece from this person? And 9 times out of 10 you don't, because you haven't, because this person doesn't know how to be a friend or a lover. And so that's just how I kind of see when it comes to dealing with people like this. And it's okay. This could be somebody that's local, somebody that you deal with. This one is living in the same area or city or country with you. Somebody that's a foreigner, somebody that likes to travel, somebody who's on social media. So you got to think about all of the things. Damn, it's say personality disorder. But you got to think about all of the things that come into play when you're dealing with this person, because guess what? If they have people who are negatively encouraging them that nothing that they do is wrong, then they'll never change. And that's where the 8 years come in at. Does that make sense? And it doesn't necessarily have to be 8 years piece. It could be 4 years. 4 years is one thing, but the thing is that how fast will 8 years come? Because right now we're in the middle of the year. All of a sudden, just all of a sudden, we woke up and it's May. So that's the thing. Learn your boundaries and learn the things that you're willing to tolerate and the things that you're not willing to tolerate, and just set loving boundaries. That's it. And realize who you are. You know, hey Grace, Graceful. Yeah, that's right. They do take advantage of you until they recognize. And yes, they can be narcissistic, Black Lacquer, but the thing is that, you know, the narcissists are the ones who continue to do the things that people don't call them out on, you know, that they don't call them out on. And so therefore, when that happens, a lot of people, yes, the Libra is the King of Swords, but a lot of people will just continue to, like parents, friends, you know, everybody wants to look as if they are the shit on social media, and that they're traveling and that they're doing all these things, but they're not looking at the deep things, that because nobody is willing to admit where the issue lies at. Nobody wants to do that, but everybody is okay with this person saying, this is what I'm used to. This is what I have to do. You know, we all have narcissistic traits in so many ways, but we just don't realize it. And it's okay. But the thing is, again, you got to set your boundaries. No matter what it is, you know, you got to set boundaries. And we can't just keep blaming the other person, because we know what they're doing wrong. But if we spend the majority of our time focusing on trying to make sure that they are this way or that way, then we turn around and start taking that time away from ourselves and stop fulfilling the things that we need done, you know. And so that's the only thing that I'm saying. It's okay, you know. I'm a Cancer sun, and again, there are certain ways with me that you know, it's like I'll go silent. I'll go silent with anybody, but that's me shutting down, right? Going into, which I always say that the Virgo energy, or excuse me, that the Hermit should be Cancer, because we go into our shell. So after watching this trial today about the not today, this week, or these last couple of weeks, about the pirate, you know, and the sea person, after watching this, you realize that sometimes, you know, going silent, doing things like, you know, certain small little things is like the way that we cope with certain things, is the, you know, similarities to kind of the narcissistic type energy, because all we're trying to do, and I'm not saying that because I'm not a therapist, but I play one on TV. I'm just playing, you guys. But what I'm saying to you is that, you know, a lot of the things, our coping mechanisms are to try to prove our worth to people. And in some places, the narcissist type energy pulls and feeds on that energy. Does that make sense? Am I making sense right now? You know, and so that's where we have to come in and say, you know what? Let me set this boundary so I won't have to ghost this person. I won't have to, and it's not like you're ghosting them, so I won't feel trapped. You're just shutting down. You're shutting down because you're tired of speaking your mind or trying to let somebody and prove to somebody who you really are. But when you get into that phase of saying, I'm an asset, I'm not a liability, right? I'm an asset, not a liability. When you get into that phase to understand what that really means, then nothing compares to you. And the trapped energy is like using your intuition. You're not going to be trapped because you're honoring yourself with healthy boundaries. You know, nothing compares to you, because the soul pull that you have on other people, nobody will ever be able to experience that. Does that make sense? And the toxicity comes with you learning lessons, right? It comes with you learning lessons and fulfilling your wishes, your goals, and knowing that the careless actions of others have taught you to be stronger. Does that make sense? They do feed off of empaths, you know. They do, you know. The narcissists do feed off of empaths. There is, look at all these cards that come out. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. Listen, the Knight of Swords is be tough, be ambitious, know what you want, go after it in a single-minded determination. So if that's the case, you're going after everything that you want in a single-minded determination. That means no hesitation. That means no hesitation. So if there is no hesitation, I'm about to move my camera a little bit. If there is no hesitation when it comes to what you're doing and how you do it, when it's for the betterment of you, then you turn around and you're like, I'm confident in my choices. I'm confident in my choices. I'm confident in my actions. I haven't done anything to hurt anybody. I'm rising from the ashes. I'm rising and I'm being offered a second chance for my own personal um, growth, right? And I'm using my intuition this time because we know that we feel like the intuition comes out and, you know, the Four of Pentacles energy, 4 years. Who said 4 years? The Four of Pentacles, each pentacle is equivalent to a year where you're securing your finances, right? And you're limiting the way you do things and you're conserving your energy. So 4 years of you doing this, right? Or at 4 years you got to this point to where you had to do this. And then you say the Five of Swords energy. You know, the Five of Swords energy is, you know, ego. You know, somebody's ego, dealing with ego, your ego or someone else's ego. And then it comes to the Lovers energy, doing what makes your heart happy. The Lover's energy is also love, passion, and a union, but it also is doing what makes your heart happy. So if you have to conserve your energy, if you limit the way you do things, and you also know that ego is involved, you start to do what makes your heart happy. And then the Three of Cups energy is celebration or being grateful either for your experiences or from what this person has taught you. And that's to walk away with the Six of Swords energy from the things that no longer serve you. You know, Six of Swords, walking away because the Ten of Swords is here. This is causing you to feel backstabbed, less than, you know, like, okay, hopeless, you know. And so this is the thing that you have to understand, you know. People are only going to be what you allow them to be in your presence. They will be whatever they want to be out of your presence. But when it comes to how someone treats you, that is a lesson that we're learning. And I'm not here to bash you, to beat you up, or to say, you know, you're wrong for this. No, no. Because again, 8 years comes faster than you think. It sounds like it's a long time. But again, let's look at this. If you know, again, the ego that's around you. And you know you got to limit the way you do things when it comes to a person, place, thing, or a situation, right? And you also know that it's causing you anxiety. It's causing you to feel backstabbed. And you also know that the union or the situation is not what makes your heart happy. And you also know that, you know, you have to be grateful and walk away for the lessons that this energy has taught you. Then you know that there's a different situation, that things will start to come to a head. If you, sorry y'all, I didn't mean to do that, that was loud. Then you know that things will start to come to a head when you start to know your worth. And it's okay, you know, and it's okay. And that's why hearing things when it comes to what you've been in the past, or how you've been, or what you've been dealing with in the past, is even better when it comes to you creating a plan or coming up with a plan on how to move forward, you know, how to move forward, you know. And this is the thing, when it comes to third parties, it's like this. Nobody can, and this may be your mindset, nobody is you. But then you think about it, when it comes back to you saying the healthy, the honoring your body, sacred sexuality, and then healthy boundaries, by you saying certain things like that, that this isn't this person will never be me, those are not healthy boundaries. Those are that's accepting things that, you know, like, you know, those are accepting things. How do I want to say this? Those are accepting and feeling like you're being backstabbed again with the Ten of Swords, like feeling like a failure when you have to even say that, because now this person is acts like a stranger. Does that make sense? This person acts like a stranger, and therefore you have to understand. Sorry, you have to understand that that's not how we want to feel, you know. And so that's just the thing that I'm trying to get you to understand when it comes to all of the situations. Hold on one second. Let me type this. My son is calling, and this is my loud son. He's gonna come in the door. But anyway, the thing is like those are the things that we have to understand about us. It's not about learning who this person is. It's about learning what we have um to offer ourselves. Does that make sense? Are we there? Okay, I'm still here. I was just trying to see. So now I'm going to pull from the Breakup Oracle deck, Worth the Wait. So this could be something that's worth the wait. Only you know that. I can't tell you that. Only you know that. But this is the energy that you're dealing with. Clueless energy. Honestly, I don't even know what I did wrong. Maybe you'll tell me. And so that's the thing. When you shut down and when you stop saying exactly what it is, when it comes to this person, then they'll keep questioning what it is that they did wrong and act clueless as if they haven't done anything wrong. Does that make sense? So that's just kind of how I see that energy. It's like, okay, they don't know what they did. Okay, so why don't you know what you did? We just, have been through this for however many years, or, and I've been trying to explain to you, but it's up until when I stop explaining, then now you want to tell me that you don't know what they did and that I'm acting brand new or something like that. Does that make sense? And so that's just kind of how I see that energy. This is my, yeah, they do ghost piece, and so I know I do. I'm sorry. It's not necessarily ghost. Okay, I'm about to, hold on, peace. I know you're getting a little personal, but I'm sorry. I don't want to have to block you, but there you go. I don't know. I only see pieces of it, so maybe it's more to the story. But anyway, the Ace of Wands energy is going after your past passions and your desires, and this is being positive in every situation. And sometimes it has to take for a balancing act, learning how to juggle and learning how to balance the things or your priorities. But it always lets you know that with the Ten of Swords comes out twice. It's darkest before the dawn. When you realize that you feel like you being backstabbed or you feel like a failure, it's always darkest before the dawn. And that's when you start to get to the point of a pink diamond, learning that you're a rare find, and that you're the phoenix. You rise from the ashes, and in divine timing, something will happen. Yeah, and you'll start to move forward with the Two of Wands energy, right? And so the Two of Wands energy is making plans, travel, and having new ideas for yourself. You're not going to let this hold you back. These cards flew over here, which is the Lover's energy, comes out twice, and then the King of Pentacles. So the Lover's energy, again, is doing what makes your heart happy. And the King of Pentacles energy is sorry, there's no reward without risk. Create opportunities and don't be afraid to fail, or invest your time wisely. So now, here it is. The lesson that you've learned is to go after your passions, to have a balancing act. Know what your priorities are. Realize that it's darkest before the dawn, and moving forward and doing what makes your heart happy, and not feeling like a backstab. But you can't get this results without first doing the work. Show up, work hard, and keep pushing every day. So if you're pushing every day and you're worrying about what it is that you need in order to grow, you don't have time to worry about the consequences of somebody's actions, with the Justice energy being here. You don't have time to worry about why this person is acting the way that they do, why they're acting like a stranger, because guess what? You're putting that energy into yourself. And that's just something that you have to do, but you're doing it without being hateful, without being mean or angry. You just went into hermit mode. The hermit definition, or not the definition, but this saying that I always go back to is sometimes you need to withdraw in order to rediscover your own rich inner world through tranquility, meditation, and reflection. So if you're looking at everything and you're pulling your energy back and you're reflecting on the past energies, not holding on to the past, but reflecting and growing from them, then that's when you'll start to rise from the ashes as a phoenix. Does that make sense? And so it's like, it's no need to be upset. Yeah, the judgment, because you have a realization of what it is. And then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, right? So the Ace of Cups in reverse is missed opportunities, blocked creativity, and emotional loss. So all of those missed opportunities that you had, Hermit energy comes in reverse, right? So look, the Hermit in reverse is resigning and distancing yourself from the situation and going into isolation. And then the Six of Swords energy is the opposite of what came out. It came up in reverse. But the Six of Swords, excuse me, in the upright. But the Six of Swords in reverse is your fears, your worries, and saying farewell to somebody who is making you have to choose your energy. Does that make sense? And so that is where it comes to you actually. Hold on, look at that, the card. Yeah, Page of Swords energy. I mean, having clarity, development of information and contracts. So you've developed all, you use the clarity in order to get to the information that you really needed. And it all was about, you know, damn, Eight of Cups energy, leaving it all behind. Now, that doesn't mean that that's the end all be all. If you don't want it to be, then it doesn't have to be. But what it has to be is you working on yourself, and you knowing that, again, the Six of Swords energy being in reverse, is just letting you know that your farewells and your worries and your fears are all coming when it comes to the Hermit being in reverse, which is sorry, you having to distance yourself from this person, and so that is basically where you are now. The Monopoly deck came from, it's on Etsy. She got it. Just look up Etsy. I can't think of her name. Oh, Kaleidodope, not Scope. Kaleidodope on Etsy. Just look up, just Google Monopoly deck. But leaving it all behind is what it is that you have to do when it comes to this energy right now. But it says it's worth the wait, or maybe it's not. But the way the universe works, you have to send good energy out and heal the energy of this person and yourself. And you know what? We always carry burdens on our back anyway. So what's one more burden to say, you know what? Yeah, I have to make a decision and trust in my decisions. Indecisive energy, right? The Two of Swords energy. But it came out because it came out sideways, as if you're skeptical or you're torn and you're feeling negative about the decisions and the solutions that it is. And that's for you to leave everything behind, and work on yourself. And so that is where we turn around and we feel the need to dwell in our decisions instead of making and setting up healthy boundaries in the beginning. And so that's where the back and forth is. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. We just have to also see what it is that we need to do for ourselves. Yes. And what we want, a joyous home. We want a joyous home, happy wife, happy life energy. The Four of Wands energy is that we want peace, happiness, and harmonious energy. That's what we want. And when it comes to this person, we have to be 9 years coming independent. We need to be independent and know how to do things and how to survive without holding on to the past and holding on to the memories. 9 years. And then with the Empress in reverse, right? The Empress in reverse is being impatient, overwhelmed, and feeling selfishness. You're not that way. But if you start to overthink about how this person is doing it, then that's when the energy is transmuted into anger. And you don't want that. You don't want to feel like, okay, this is never going to happen. You have to get back to where we start to trust in divine timing and heal what it is. Something you can't control. You can't control the way this person feels. Learning to let go. As hard as it is, hold on. Can you guys see that? As hard as it is, learning to let go is not the easiest thing to do. So that's where you put the energy into yourself and do it without, sorry, you can't see it, and do it without animosity or without anger. Again, the Empress in reverse is just letting you know that, not feeling like you're being selfish or not feeling impatient or overwhelmed. You just know that you have to trust in divine timing. You have to trust in divine timing and send healing energy, because at some point you felt trapped. You felt trapped with the situation. Yeah, look at, okay, so the Knight of Cups energy, the Knight of Cups energy is always follow your heart. It'll never lead you astray, because it knows things the mind can't explain. But this is full, and you stay, or you be the fool and take that leap and pass go and collect your $200. Any way it goes, the universe, hey, Hermoxy, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you either are going to be a fool and stay stagnant and let this energy get the best of you, or you're going to be that the person, the fool who they say, I can't believe Cancer did this. You know, who Cancer became the phoenix and stepped out on faith because he or she trusts in divine timing and realizes what their worth is. My nails are getting too long. Realizing what their worth is, you know. So Cancer is going to be who they consider the fool and take the leap and work on Cancer and then turn around, and by divine timing, if it's meant, then it's meant for you to go ahead and do what you need to do, you know. And so the collaboration is here now. Three of Pentacles, it could probably take 3 years for this person to understand that working with you is completion, teamwork, and seeing good results, you know. And is this worth the wait? That's what you have to ask yourself. Is this worth the wait? You know, will I still be considered a phoenix? Yes, I will. If I trust in divine timing and if I realize my worth. And that's me being a pink diamond, you know, a rare opportunity, a rare find, one of a kind, unique creative expression, wealthy and prosperity. You know, that is who you are. But will you leave it all behind in order to turn around and get the collaboration that you want? Because again, you can't change anybody. You can't change anybody. You can't change their energy. You can't change their feelings. You can't change their upbringing, you know. But, you know, what you can do is change yourself and let them realize that, you know, nothing compares to you. And whether they admit it or not, nothing compares to you, Cancer. You know, whether they admit it or not. So they can ghost you. But these are the lessons that you have to learn. That, you know, again, you got to trust in divine timing. Use your intuition. You know, be the phoenix, rise from the ashes. Understand that the lessons come with trial and error. But that's, you know, setting boundaries. So the trial and error comes with you starting to change and set boundaries, you know. And so you turn around and leave it all behind and pray that, you know, that more will come. Does that make sense? Send strength and healing to them. You know, I was saying, you guys, I've been trying to record for you guys. You just don't understand. I have been. And the one thing came out. I was watching something when they were talking about sending prayers to a person. Now remember, I send strength and healing to you guys because I don't want to send any negative energy towards you guys. And sometimes prayers come with the prayers of the person and what they got going on. And so sometimes it's not, you know, you don't want people to pray for you. You want them to send strength and healing, or strengthen, you know, healing your way. Does that make sense? I know I'm a little crazy with the way I do things, or I say, and I am, but I've been the black sheep of my family, and I've had to create my own lane when it comes to how we do things, you know? So I need to know that, you know, I learned this a long time ago. You don't let people play in your hair. You don't let people, you know, take your energy. But somehow we all as Cancers learn to love with no boundaries, which is not bad. But if you think about it, how many people you know have boundaries and they tell you no, and Cancer feels like the world is coming to an end because I can't believe this person told me no when all I've done was be there for them, you know? And so that's just the energy that you have to realize when it comes to how we as Cancers look at things, you know. It's just like we have to learn the power of manifestation and the power of who we are. And we are so powerful. So just think, if all of us Cancers were to get it together and to understand why we're setting these boundaries and not feel bad about it, and excuse me, understand the pull that we have. There's somebody's throat chakra is messing up because they mad at me for saying what I'm saying. So I'm gonna drink my lemon water and keep moving. But if we learned the way to set boundaries without it feeling like we are being toxic or ghosting a person because we tried so hard, then you know what? We would be a better off with the way we felt about things, if that makes sense. And so we just look at it as in Everybody's like, okay, here comes cancer. Cancer is crazy again. But these are the things that we need to understand and take with us. Learning how to honor ourselves, set healthy boundaries, learning the difference between why we're ghosting a person and not feeling toxic because we're doing it, but we're doing it because we feel backstabbed, you know? So I'm going to pull from the law of attraction deck. I really appreciate you guys. Inspired action. Take action when feel desire. It says follow intuition, synchronicities, supported by the universe. So again, divine timing is at play again, always. And that's why we have to learn how to be inspired by the actions, by the lessons, right? To be inspired by the lessons. The lessons are why we keep dealing with the toxic behaviors of people and having to ghost them, because it has happened more than once. Past programming, that's why. Crisis, restructuring life, that's what we're all doing, right? We're restructuring our life. Blessings within, clearing spaces, bringing solutions. It says see deepest needs and emotions. So we're understanding our deepest emotions, we're understanding those things. And when it comes to the past programming, choosing your beliefs, recognize false stories, external conditioning, making decisions that supports your goals, not anyone else's. And that is what we have to realize. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Hey, Sabrina. It's just, hey, elevate. It's not wrong. It's just what we have to do when it comes to us healing and us learning to set healthy boundaries, so nobody will be able to come and disrupt our flow, because we go with the flow, but nobody will be able to come and disrupt our flow if we know exactly what it is that we need to do for ourselves. And then there's no need for us to feel some type of way. Does that make sense? And so that's just how I see it. And it's like, it's hurtful because we have to learn those messages through pain, like, and it's like, again, no man is your friend, no man is your enemy, every man is your teacher. If you learn that life isn't about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself. So we try to find ourselves by looking and doing for a person, but we know that emotional feeling that it brings us, for us to be there for a person and unconditionally. But when they take that energy and they transmute it into hurting us, then we turn around and we don't know how to act when it comes to that, and so that's just like, hey, it can be the movie Color Purple, right? But that's just where we are. So I'm going to pull a message from you. I forget the name. This is called The Soul Truth, just to see. So hold on. The front of the deck says, do I know all my strengths, and am I using them? Do I know all my strengths, and am I using them? It says we all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in zones of genius. This inspires others to do the same. And it says today's soul action. Ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? So again, we have to learn our strengths and how to use them, and that is what we are here for, is to use them to understand something that can only be understood through experience. So with this experience, we are a little bit softer when it comes to, a little bit softer, but also a little bit stronger when it comes to us drawing a line in the sand, and so that is how I see this energy. I'll pull a couple of more cards to give us a little bit more energy to see what we got going on. But and then after this, I'm going to end it because I have a law assignment that's due tonight. So that is where we are. So I just feel like a lot of us need to kind of stick together and learn our strengths and how we are using them, because our strengths of a Cancer can be to go into hermit mode and shut everything down, but then we feel toxic when we actually decide to do that, when we feel like we're, you know, the two can play that game thing. We feel toxic, but we know that past programming, choosing your beliefs and recognizing false stories, we can see straight through this, you know. Thank you, Curtis. Thank you for being there. You know, thank everybody for being there. We can see through all of the bullshit, right? We can see through everything. You know, we know we side eye a lot of people when it comes to the conflict and competition that they have. You know, people that are conflicted with us because they don't understand why we're so happy. They don't understand why we just keep, hey Christina. Oh, thank you. You know, they don't understand how we can actually, you know, use that conflict to make us rise. But sometimes it's like we don't want to feel like we're being facetious with people. You know, we don't want to feel like we're acting funny with anybody. And this is why the unsure energy comes out. Now the two of pentacles come sideways again, right? Isn't that how it came before? Torn, skeptical, and having a negative mind when it comes to us understanding and realizing the conflict and the conflict that is in front of us. So again, the two of pentacles is being indecisive in the upright, having solutions to difficult situations, right? But in the reverse is being torn and skeptical and having a negative mind on how we deal with things. And this, the three of pentacles, is because we know that this person, place, thing, or situation is not wanting to work with us as a team or as a cohesive unit to be able to complete things or to see good results as together. And so here is the seven of wands energy. The seven of wands energy is victory, hope, and being defensive in the upright. But in the reverse, it's giving up, you know, threats and competition. You're giving up to the competition. And it's like, no, we don't lose. We don't lose, and we don't give up as cancers. And so that's where it comes with us wanting to stay around because, you know, we don't want to feel a way of what is it, we don't want to feel like somebody has won. And it's that is where the toxic energy comes in at, because we know that no one is better than us. But remember, let's go back to what I said. When it comes to us having healthy boundaries and honoring ourselves, honoring the body or sacred sexuality, we know that nobody compares to us. And remember, it has it right here. And that's the reason why I set these right here. Nobody compares to us as cancers, you know? So when it comes to the point of us having to think about all of these cards are pretty much, it should be working together, and it should be, then it's fighting. But it's us playing this in our head, playing this in our mind of why we choose to keep doing these types of things, you know? And so that's just, and that's right, Curtis, never compete. But the thing is, it's like, it's not us competing, it's us trying to get this person to see that I am a good person. I'm a good person. And and not just not being a good person. I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, us not wanting to feel like something that we couldn't master or complete. That's ego too, right? Hangman should be willing to surrender to an experience or a situation, but with the hangman coming with unsure energy, to me, it's like in the upright, it's deep insight, it's change, and there's release. And in the reverse, it's standing still and feeling like you're sacrificing things and that you have a lack of control. And that's what I mean. It's the ego. It's the ego. Exactly, Curtis. A lot of them want us to compete to boost their ego. And that's what I'm saying. That's when we start to realize that the toxicity and the ghosting is coming because, or us walking away because it's a game to them. Our emotions become a game, and then it becomes a lesson. Does that make sense? All of it comes full circle when it comes to the inspired actions, the trial and error, experimenting with your life, like as if somebody is experimenting with you. Trial and error, that's what it says. Experience in a job or a situation, willingness to try new things, exploring all possibilities. So when we start to feel like somebody is experimenting with your life, right, and playing you, taking your kindness for a weakness, right, then that's when Cancer blows up. And then we become in our Queen of Swords energy. Always stand up for yourself. It says stand up for yourself, speak your mind, and don't take shit from anybody. When we get into that mode, then there's the completion, because people don't like that about us. They don't like that because we remember that you know what? This person was taking me for a fool. So I'm going to let them realize by removing my energy that nothing compares to me, you know? And so that is where the strength, do I know all my strengths and am I using them? When we have to, we will. But that becomes toxic as well. And that's why this energy is coming out that way. Does that make sense? Because again, knowing the direction that you need to go into with the Three of Wands energy is what makes you happy, what makes you grateful. You know, knowing that direction is not this energy. So that's when we start to feel disrespected and we start to remove our energy. Does that make sense, Curtis? You know, we start to remove our energy because we don't like dealing with ego. Yes, here it is. This is the ego card. This is the ego card, and it came out unsure. So not only are we being defensive, right? We're trying to look and play the roles and try to figure out. So the Seven of Wands again. The Seven of Wands is in the upright. It's defensive, it's hope, and it's having victory. But in the reverse, it's giving up competition and feeling like somebody is a threat to us. Does that make sense of what I'm saying? And it's like now the ego card comes out. The Five of Swords to me is the ego card. So it's like an unwinnable situation. Either somebody is sneaky or feeling like there is some type of defeat. And then, hey, Monica, happy Mother's Day to you too, if you're a mom, and everyone else in here that's a mother. Happy Mother's Day. But when we start to get to the point to where the ego is there, like in the reverse of the Five of Swords, this is hate, power struggle, and ambush. So when we start to feel like we feel like somebody is making us hate them, then that's when the toxicity comes in at, you know? And so that's where I say when we start to feel threatened, all bets are off, right? All bets are off because it's like experimenting with your life, like somebody is playing games with you, you know, when you already know nothing compares to you. But that's where you have to set, and I say healthy boundaries, because the healthy boundaries come with you trying not to flash on this person every time you see them or call them on their bullshit. Does that make sense? You know, and so that's just where I'm just like, I know why we're here together, and it only reiterates. I had a read. I'm telling you, I keep repeating myself that I've been doing reads for you guys and trying to get them out, but in every one of my reads the phoenix comes out, because it's just like we have to realize our power and how we're able to rise from the ashes when people start playing with us, you know. And that means we are set aside from everyone else. And I'm sorry, call it cocky, call it what you want, but I call it a cancer, because we are in a different realm from everyone else. And that's why we're very empathic. That's why we look, perspective shows its face. That's why we see things in different perspectives. And we learn the lessons, and the lessons cause us to have to rise from the ashes, if that makes sense. And so that's just kind of how I see that energy. I'm going to pull from the messages of the heart to see what comes out. But again, the crisis in the past programming of a person causes us to realize that it's toxic energy, you know, toxic energy and ghosting. So look at how these cards came out. Just simple as this. The lessons. Let me read it to you again so you guys can remember. The lessons come. Seeing the bigger picture. You see the bigger picture because you know that this person has issues, right? Learning important lessons in life, overcoming difficult lessons, right? And so that's what we're doing, because the difficult lessons comes with the crisis of the person, with however they dealt with things and the way that their life was, and the past programming. We try not to uh, put our past energies on people. We say what we go through in the beginning, right? Excuse me. We say what we go through in the beginning, and then we turn around and then we feel like, are you using what I said against me? You know, like, and that's where it's like, okay, experimenting with your life, you know, experimenting with your life. So now you're playing games with me. In so many words, to put it in English, you're playing games with me, right? Because that's how I feel. And now, you know, I gotta set the healthy boundaries, because the healthy boundaries is when you decide that you're not just gonna slash and cut it off, like cut it all the way off. Does that make sense? And so that's where I say the past programming are the lessons that we learn. And we realize once we use our intuition, we really start listening to that person in our head telling you, no, Cancer, it's not worth it. You know, that thing, It ain't worth it. That TikTok, it's not worth it. I told you, girl. I told you don't do it or something like that. When we start, hey Anna, yes I am. When we start to understand, um, what the past energy of this person, or because we look at everybody's lives. Somebody we could see what it is. We see when they're lying. We see when they're lying. We see when they're full of shit. We see when they're using material shit to cover the bandages that they've been through in the past that makes them feel important. But we all know that's just a way of a thing that they need to heal. But we still take on those tasks. Does that make sense? That's right. Call Tyrone, Monica. That's right. We see it. And then when we reach that point of trying to figure out, where it is, unsighted. Okay. Let me read this to you. Let me read the bottom of the deck. Mixed signals. That's what I'm saying. The mixed signals, right? It says that cloudy space between hot and cold is the way of telling you they're not totally sure if they're into you or not. No, that hot and cold is how we start to do. And the mixed signals can come with them, but we see through the bullshit. We see it. We see it and we understand it. Unsighted. They are unable to see the complete extent of the toxicity they brought into the connection because that's all they know. That's the whole point. So again, reflecting and mirroring the things. Sorry, I'm closing my curtain. Reflecting and mirroring the things that these people are doing are what we start to learn from them. Remember, I say the mirroring souls, right? You teach them how to love, they teach you, how to deal with all of this stuff, and then you start to have to remove your energy from them. So again, the hot and cold is what they done to you, and now you're reflecting, you're mirroring that energy. You see what I mean? Yes, it does, to help set healthy boundaries. That is what it is. It's to help set healthy boundaries, no matter how we want to put it. So I never will tell you this person is going to come back or they're not going to come back. They're going to come back if you want them to come back. And you will know the red flags. You will know if it's a hot and cold type situation. Your energy will let you know that. Does that make sense? And that's just why I say that to you. It feels like these reads come out because that's right, absolutely the best dressed mess. You are right. You are right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you'll know. So it's not about me trying to discourage you, because sometimes I have to sit back and say, look at those cards that fall out. Look at that. Distance. Distance is at the bottom of the deck. So that's what I mean. Sometimes I have to say what it is that I know that emotionally that people are going through. And sometimes we don't want to hear it. But sometimes we have to hear it in order to understand. The triggers come from the things that need to be fixed. I'm reading your comment, Curtis. Yeah, and it's the lesson. So listen, no man is your enemy or woman. No man is your enemy. No man is your friend. Every man is your teacher. And that's the lessons that we have to learn. The hot and cold of us trying to figure out, like, why is this person so hot and cold? Inspired action. Why is this person so hot and cold? Temptation and going with the flow will make you keep going, and the years will continue to go until you decide to distance yourself from this person. Does that make sense? And that's why I say that. A lot of movement is at the top of the deck, but a lot of the things come with the lessons that we have to learn because of temptation. Listen, like I say, we always look at things and we see down the future. We look at them and we see that this person is a hot dress mess, like you said, right? What is it? The best dressed mess is the best dressed mess, Black Lacquer. Yes. We look at it like that, and that's tempting to us, the bad boy, bad girl type energy. And then we start to go with the flow. He can start to go with the flow. You got to transmute that energy, Monica, because you're right. He can, but he gonna want you back. That's the whole point. And so if you send that healing energy to him, send it to him and let him be happy wherever he is. But the thing is, it's like, he's gonna come back once you get your shit together, because then he gonna be like, now I gotta pull out my song deck by Ulysses Tyrrell when Drake show up, and he like, I could call you, the woman that I could try is happy with a good guy, but I'm gonna call her anyway and say, F that dude that you that you heard about or whatever, you know, that I heard about, whatever the song is. You get what I'm saying? And so that's just like when you decide to distance yourself and move forward, because and then they, you know, how Drake dug in and said, you know, since you answered, I know he not around, because it's like those playing game type energies. You get what I mean? And so let him be wherever. Send him healing energy and say, you know what? That's that. You know what I mean? I'm yeah, but that was hella funny. What did you say? The pills? I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. But I can see half of the message and not. But that's the thing. So let's pull from the music deck. Today I did a reading for you guys and it did not come out. It didn't come out. And my feelings was hurt because it was like almost an hour. That's why I decided I got you, Monica. But you know, I did a reading earlier, and if y'all gonna make me get back into my my bag, my song bag, but Mary J. Blige song came up in the reading, and it was I don't hold on. I don't want to sing it because y'all know I can't. Y'all know I can't sing, but I am cracking up at you, Monica. Hold on. I'm trying to tell you what song it was with the Mary J. Blige. It was, damn it. Let me see if I can find. Oh, you gotta believe. You gotta believe in me. And so that was the energy that came out when it came to, y'all know the song. Y'all know I can't sing it because y'all been and got off of here, but it was like you know, you got to believe in me. And in the beginning of our energy, you know, or in our relationships, it's like I told you once before that I loved you and I need you. But let me tell you once again, you're my closest friend, you know? Yep, that's mine too though. And so it's like I'll never leave you. So hold me tight all through the night. Caress me with your tender care anytime or anywhere. You know, it says, I will go with you anywhere. Won't you trust me, baby? Stay with me till death do us part. You'll always be right in my heart. Won't you please stay with me? If y'all know how Mary sung that song, Lord Jesus, y'all just, if y'all of a particular age, y'all know that song, and y'all know that whole My Life era was just like the best thing happening, you know? And so the thing is, it's like, we will get better, you know? But the thing is like, okay, I Need a Girl, Diddy came out, Nice and Slow, Usher came out, and then Chasing Cars, Snow Patrol, I don't know, and T-Pain, I'm Sprung. So see, this the energy that's gonna come out when you start healing. Everybody on here, everybody is gonna be yeah, Monica do he don't want no smoke, Monica, period. That's right, Elevate. But the thing is, it's just like, you know, all of these cars that just came out are, you know, the F-boy situation or girl when it comes to you learning your boundaries and learning how to heal. Nice and Slow. It's like they're going to try to do everything to come back around, and then you turn around and just be like, you know what? Back up on my bullshit. Oops, sorry, y'all. That's just what I'm saying. So, I mean, I think that I'm going to go ahead and get off of here because I have to finish my stuff. Let me pull from the question deck to see what it is. But I love you guys and I appreciate you guys for even listening to me, for even just hearing me and just rocking with me. I believe that us Cancers, you know, we got to stick together. We got to stick together. We got to see things. Yes, girls. Sabrina, that's the best song in the world. But, you know, we got to stick together and we got to figure out how to get through this thing called life. Even though, you know, we are, you know, of a particular age or whatever, or maybe not going, our boundaries that we don't set with the people that we love, friends, family, co-workers, jobs, things like that, because we try to do all we can to be around or be, you know, there for a person or thing or situation. And it's just like we have to worry about ourselves. Listen to this. What deep needs do I have that aren't getting met? Come on, you guys. What deep needs do I have that aren't getting met? And that's what it is. It's the boundaries that we need to, first of all, we need to set boundaries, right? We need to set boundaries And so in that process, you welcome you guys. I love you guys as well. You know, in that process, we have to know that our needs are not getting met because it takes for us to get to that hermit mode in order for us to start setting the boundaries. And in every situation, we got to draw that line in the sand and set the boundaries as of right now. Moving forward, we got to set the boundaries and know that these are the needs that aren't getting met and haven't been getting met in the past until we put that force upon somebody and say, you know what, no, I'm not dealing with your narcissistic type you know what I mean? And so that is where it goes when it comes to this. Thank you, Tasha. Is it Tashier or Tashe? Thank you. You know, but that's the thing. I'm going to come on. I'm not afraid to go live. I wasn't afraid to go live. It's too many energies out in the world, and I just don't want to get the bad energy again because us as cancers, we're trying to heal. We're trying to heal, and you know, it's 0 to 100 real quick, but we online. So I love you guys, and you know, I want your energy. I want to share the energies. We're gonna do some lives. I think I'm gonna try to do a Zoom live or go on to Patreon and do some lives face to face where y'all don't see my my braids. Look, can y'all see my braids? I got my hair in plaits right now. But anyway, Tashina, that's my best friend's name. I swear, just the way you spelt it is her name from high school. The same exact way you spelt it. But I just feel, oh, we do need, oh, sorry, Sabrina. I didn't say that, okay? But anyway, what I'm saying is that we need to come and do a live where we can see face to face, either in Zoom or in Patreon, so that we can all get to know each other or whatever. So I'm introducing more things, but the universe didn't want me to get my energy out to you guys this last week, so I just kind of stepped back, you know. Oh, it is you. Okay, it is her. Okay, that's my best friend. You guys say hi to my best friend. Okay, okay. I don't want to tell your business. I don't want to tell your business, but I'm so proud of her. Anyway, so that is where we are. Now let's go ahead and pull from the Oracle deck, the Love Oracle deck, and then I'll turn around and I will release this energy by saying my affirmation. It says, this is the card. Hold on, let me read. Let me let you guys stare at this while I look at this. That is my best friend. I'm so proud of her. Okay. Yes, that's right. It could have a gift that keep giving. It says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So again, that be making me emotional, y'all, just with these messages that be coming out for us, because the Phoenix is here. We have the crystal ball. It's our intuition, divine timing. Things will happen in divine timing. And the pink diamond, realizing that you're a rare opportunity and you're a rare find and nothing compares to you. But then also the lessons, you know, seeing the bigger picture. But let me say this again, because that makes me emotional. What deep needs do I have that aren't getting met? Right? And then it says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. That's just what it is. And do I know all my strengths and am I using them? So now we're going to let this energy go and we're going to say it. 4 in the chat. You guys like this video. Wait a minute. While I have you guys on here, go to my other channel, The World is Waiting Tarot on YouTube, and subscribe to my channel. I want 1,000 subscribers. I need 1,000 subscribers, and I need you guys to support me and do that for me. So now let's say my affirmation. And I love you guys deeply. I love you guys deeply. I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, heartbreak, bad health, and addictions. And remember, addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or a situation. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. 47 in the chat. I love you guys.